Hi, I'm Jason with Rainier Shade. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install our motorized large window awning. Our large window awning can go up to 20 feet wide without any center supports, and then we can go up to 30 feet wide if you want a split roll or a center support in it. The arms can go up to 5-foot projection on these, and then you can also get the optional hood with it. You can find the hood installation videos in our awning installation video series. All right, so the first thing you're going to do when you get to the job site is you're going to open up your box and check your contents. So what you're going to do is cut along this top corner board, one at a time. This is a hard cardboard corner board, so you can't really cut through it, but still be careful. And once you get that removed, that opens up this top corner here. It is hollow up here, but still be careful not to cut too far in, just in case. Then once you get all the straps cut, you can open it up. All right, so now that you got your box opened up, you're going to check your contents, make sure everything's there and good to go. Make sure there's no scratches on your powder coat or anything like that too at that time. So here in your bag, you should have the arms wrapped up with your unit, your optional hood if you ordered one should be in foam right here underneath it, and then your accessory bag is going to have your brackets and cords and remotes and stuff like that. All right, so now that you got everything opened up, you're going to check the wall for any obstacles and also do your layout of your brackets. So we're going to measure the awning. So to get an accurate measurement, I've temporarily put my brackets on each end so that I can put the bracket and get the as-built measurement. In our case, it's 93 inches on our awning. Check the window, and we're 73. So we're 20 inches difference, which means we're going to install our brackets 10 inches each way. All right, now that you get the measurement of where your brackets go, you're going to lay that out on the wall. I've measured over here and made my marks already, 10 inches over. And I use the straight edge from the top of here over to make my bottom mark so that I can transfer that up about 3 inches. You want to go about 3 inches above for the bottom of your bracket so that it clears up and out of the window when it's retracted. So I've got my bottom mark there, and then I've taken my 6-inch level, plumbed up a line for the edge of the bracket, and that's this mark here, and I'm ready to mark the holes for my bracket. When I do that, I'm going to hold it up here, and I want to check plumb just to make sure it's pretty good there, all right? And then I'm going to mark those holes. And then we're ready to pre-drill. So I can pre-drill these, depending on what screws you're using, depending on how big. All right, and now you're ready to put the bracket up in that spot. So we're going to take our screws, mount it up here. Line it up one last time and tighten up your screws. And do that on both brackets, and you're ready to put your tube up. All right, so now that you got your brackets mounted, you're ready to put your unit up. Before you go up with it, it's going to make it a lot easier on you if you mark the holes that fit on your universal mounting bracket on your motor. There's a bunch of holes in it for different size screws. So what I'll do is I'll take and find the two that are opposite each other, mark them with a Sharpie so when you go up, it's easier. So we're going to put it up. Your partner's going to put the idler end in first onto the pin. It should slide on. You rotate it in here and through the screw holes here. You're going to tighten it up. Then you're going to put both of them in, tighten them up, and it'll be ready for you. All right, now that you got your awning up, you're going to determine the position of your arms on the wall. To do that, I've taken the chart that's in your installation instructions, and that will give you the distance from your bracket down to the important measurement would be the bottom hole of your arm. And then to determine inside, you're going to start here. Depending on the material you're mounting to, if it's brick, you don't want to be too close to the edge. If it's wood, there's a little gap, so you want to come in and make sure you're going to hit solid wood. I've actually pre-mounted my bottom screw here at the dimension that I had, which was 33 7/8 in my case, and then I can put my arm up. To determine which arm you're going to do, general rule of thumb is this wrist is going to point in toward the center. So when you're holding it like this at this angle, this wrist is going to point in. So I'm going to feed this on, and this bottom hole is slotted, which is why you use your bottom screw first. And then that gives you an easy mount for your top screw. Once you get that tightened up, you actually lift this up and tighten up your bottom one, and your arm is mounted. All right, now that you got your arm mounted here, you're going to rotate it up and attach the wrist of it to the front bar. To do that first, you're going to remove the end cap. There's 2 screws on the end here. You're going to remove those and pull this end cap off. And then you've got your T-bolt that you're going to slide in here. And from there, remove that nut. Rotate your arm up. And then feed that into the hole. Make sure and hold it. This arm is under spring tension, so you want to make sure and hang on to it. Head that back on, and then use a 13mm socket or wrench to tighten that up. What I do is I'll get kind of snugged a little bit and eyeball it to the windowsill. That one's a little off, so I'm going to tap it a little bit. Tighten that the rest of the way. Do the other arm, and then you can test it out. All right, now that you got all your arms installed, you're going to program the awning if it's a motorized one. So when we send them, they're not pre-programmed. You're going to have to program it yourself. First thing you do is power it up, and then you're going to hold the up and down button on the remote. You should jog, and then you're going to check your direction. Since it's a right-hand motor on a window awning, it's going to be backwards. Or you want down to bring it out, up to bring it up. So we're going to hold mine to switch the directions. And now up should be up, and down should be down. So we're going to bring it up to the tube where we want the upper limit to be. We're going to set the upper limit there by pushing mine down at the same time. Should start running down. We're going to let this thing run all the way down to the bottom. Though our window awnings are designed to rotate all the way down and cover up the window. So you're going to get it down. Usually go about there. You can see at a certain point it's going to slack up, and then there's just no tension on the fabric. So you want a little bit up from there. Make sure there's good tension on there. You set the lower limit there with mine up. And you set your both your limits. You can actually stop it anywhere from there. To finalize the program, it's a 2-step process, and that's hold the my button down. And let it do its thing, let it stop. Then final step is to push the program button on the back. Push your jog, and it's complete as far as the programming goes. It should run on its own to the upper and lower limits. On a window awning, it's standard to kind of set a halfway position, because a lot of people like to have that halfway position. So on the Salty motors, you can set up my position. So I get it to where it's pretty much perfectly perpendicular with the wall there. So a 90-degree angle, and once you stop it there, set the my limit, you're going to push and hold my. Should jog after 5 to 8 seconds. There you go. You've just set a my limit, so now, no matter what position you're in, You stop it there, and if you push the My button, it's always going to go down to that spot and stop it. So you've completed your install.